guys for tuning in to Heavenly Sent People. As you guys know, I have a youth organization where I expose youth to different beyond their wildest imagination. This month is September, right? September.
Yes, it is.
We are planning to go camping. We're planning to go camping like we did last year. We took the kids on a camping trip on a barn. We
in a barn?
On a barn.
On a barn?
Yes, sir.
All right.
They rode horses.
What kind of horses?
They drunk from a well.
What kind of whale?
Kids had no. They were just so outdone. There was a tiny house on this place. There was a solar panel.
Amazing.
Solar panel house. The barn, I forgot the barn, but Glenda Griffin was so nice. Allowed us to come on her barn and
Mother Goose type barn.
Yep. Her and
any
all
ducks
of
or
her good people.
chickens
no,
or
just all horses.
All right.
All horses.
All right.
So we took an RV. We paid a lot of money for that thing.
Hey, that's good stuff.
We paid a lot of money for it.
That's good stuff.
And so guess what? On top of that, we were gifted an RV.
Look at God. God is good. Look at
See
that.
See the RV? Somebody gave us that.
Amazing. That's how God works,
so
y'all.
now what we need, we're looking for volunteers to help us build this thing up. With all the stuff that's happening, Mike, these kids don't have a safe haven. I want to take this thing out, on a barn, on the country, or wherever.
That's right.
You come and cook for us.
Cook.
And allow the kids to just, have a good time. This is the inside of it.
Yes. I'm looking at it. It's looking good, y'all. She doing some good things.
I can't get to the inside
She doing some amazing things, y'all.
So y'all help us out. Come volunteer y'all time. Help us get this thing up so we can get these kids going. So with that being said, this young man that's sitting next to me, I'm sure you guys know who he is. He's a household name. He's got so much stuff going on. I met him a while ago, but didn't really, conversate with him. I think not until he came to Murdoch.
Yes. The horse. What was that? It's every year they have a horse.
Sunset.
Yeah, like give back to the community.
High noon ride. That's what it's called. High noon ride. And so it's over 100 horses out there. All these people bringing their horses out.
It look like more than 100 horses.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, more than 100. So I seen him. I'm like, that look like Mike. So that was Mike dressed up like a cowboy. I was looking for his horse.
Cowboy Black, that is.
Cowboy Black. So Mike had some young children with him. Were those your kids?
Yes.
And his daughter, she was just so elated to see the horses and
never rode on one.
Really?
Never.
Well, I'm happy to say that I gave her a horse ride, and she was so excited. We took pictures, and I like that. I enjoy that. Being able to expose kids to different or showing them something that they typically don't get to see.
That's what we need. Though. We need something different for the community. Everybody keep doing the same thing.
That's true.
When we was growing up and we was doing, they would have these lunches and we had these little picnics that the captains of the blocks will come and do little different things, but we never left the projects.
Wow.
And that's the thing. We wanted to get out the projects because we knew it was a whole nother world. Okay. And that's what we was with that. We wanted. Great America was back then. Back then it was Fun Town. If people know, like that's 95th and Stony Island.
Never heard of
I ain't telling age, but I'm just gonna tell you that. Reason why she ain't heard because she's young, and so when you go back to Stony Island, they had the Fun Town song, and that was actually like Great America.
Wow.
And it was right there on 95th and Stony Island, where they got that Jewels at.
Okay.
That was a whole Great America area that people would go and get on those rides. But we never got a chance. If we got there, that's because our parents finally put some money together and got us there. Other than that, we stayed in the projects all day, every day.
And it's crazy that you say that, Mike, because I have one son, and I've exposed him to so much. We've did things. We've been to not Great America. We've been to Disney World twice, both of them. We've ridden Disneyland. We've ridden a camel. We've ridden a camel. We went on an all-inclusive. We swam with the dolphins. We took pictures with a real lion.
Good stuff.
We went to San Diego. We did whale watching. We went 300 feet in the water, three hours, and to see those dolphins on the side of the boat scared the mess out of me. So my son has been exposed to so much. So I'm like, I see his, some of his friends, and they don't really have the resources. Mom really don't have the time. So that's kind of how I got started with my organization. And as you guys can see, me and Mike share a love for the least of these. We are a voice for people. I'm gonna let you guys tell him who he's the voice for, and I'm the voice for the children that I deal with. And of course, when God is in your life, he'll align you with like-minded people.
Yes, he
So
will.
it's just
Yes,
an
he
honor
will.
to meet him and his wife. They're so loving and so approachable, and I just thank God for the connect. So I'm gonna let him tell you who he is and what he's got going on.
Hey. So my name is Michael Airhart. Grew up on the south side of Chicago, Allgill Gardens, with just a vision as a kid, wanting to do some things for the projects. And I had to grow up fast. If you go back to the early '80s to the '90s, um, when the drugs finally got into the communities, from when it was the cocaine powder turned to crack,
Wow.
and it kind of took over the projects and kind of took the parents. So me being who I am as a kid, I had the giving heart always. I thank the Lord every day for that.
Wow.
We we grew up. My mom was a good mom, but my mom had some issues with it as well, and we had to. We she never left us starving, but like I said, our parents had issues, so we had to grow up fast. Um, she made a way out of no way for us, even through the addiction era and going through what she was going through. She still was able to do her part. Um, but of course, me being, and I don't know if you guys remember the TV show The MacGyver. So she's young, y'all. So MacGyver, always my friends used to call me the Black MacGyver, and when they called me the Black MacGyver, I was if you know who MacGyver was, he was a guy that will make things happen with nothing.
Oh wow.
So I was known in the projects as the Black MacGyver, the young Black MacGyver. So I became
I love that.
a chef. They used to call me the ghetto chef, and I became a chef at 8 years old. I became a person
Wow.
that can take whatever was in that cabinet and make meals out of it. And with those meals, I will feed the project kids, all my friends. So
Wait,
I,
was it food that you got out of your house?
yeah, whatever. Okay,
Wow.
back in the days, you can knock on doors
Okay.
and say, "Hey, my mama told me, can I borrow a stick of butter?"
Okay.
My mama said, "Can we borrow some sugar?" So every day I will go knock on the door
Wow.
and say, "My mom said, can I borrow some potatoes?" And they give me 5 potatoes.
Wow.
Or my mom said, "Can we borrow some tomato paste?" Right? I go to the next door. My
Wow.
mom said, "Can she borrow a box of spaghetti?" Right? So I'm putting these meals together. Back
That's
then,
awesome.
we had spam, we had Vienna sausage. These are the only little things they were selling us back in them days, because of course you know what kind of days those was.
Right.
But we grew up to understanding what we had to do to survive. So when I collected all this food, I'm in the kitchen, and I tell this story everywhere I go. I'm the creator of Oodle Noodle, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I borrowed that pasta, back then, I used to boil that little pot we had. I'll boil them noodles and then drain it. Back then we ain't had no drainer. We used to plate. We put that plate on and to hold that water from falling in that sink.
Times have
So times really changed. We would take that. After I got it out, pour it in a little bowl. Back then it was called Tupperware, and so we would take that. I'll put butter in there and I'll put salt in there. Back then we had government cheese. I would take that government cheese, I melt it in another small pot. I will pour that government cheese on top of that. I will
Okay.
get a bottle of hot sauce. I will put
Okay.
that in there, stir a little water in there, cut the Vienna sausage in there, and what you
Okay.
got?
Okay.
Oodle noodle.
Okay.
That's how it was back
Okay.
when I was growing
Okay.
up. I used to have a line going out my mom's door for a bowl of that oodle noodle.
I'm not surprised because the food you cook now. I mean, and typically, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't
Yes.
eat food when I go outside. You
Yeah,
people
she
say,
don't.
I'm serious.
She
I
don't.
don't. And so, I've seen you on Facebook and seen you feeding people. So I'm like, I'm looking sideways. So when you came out, I had that burger,
Yes.
and that burger turned into one.
Well, I got a
and
magic
that burger
burger. Yes,
turned
she
into
did.
two.
Yes, she
That
did.
burger turned into three.
She went at them burgers.
Yeah, I would.
It's about the way we cook. I believe in taste, and I believe in quality food. And so I prayed when I was young, whatever Lord you have for me, let it be. And I prayed for quality food, and I prayed for different things for our people throughout the years. Don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. The gang life, the selling drugs, I've been there.
Wow.
I've been there. But all while I was doing these things, I was still going to church on Sunday.
Bless your heart.
I walked in the church.
Thank God.
I was still giving God the glory, even though I was bad. I wasn't bad. I didn't consider myself bad because I would take the drugs and I would take the money and I was putting it back into the kids.
Okay.
So your parents was getting high, using all the drug money, all the work money. I would get the money back and take it and put it back into the house
Wow.
with the kids. So being young, we had a store called, it was the up top. I would go up there and buy them bread and eggs with the same money.
So y'all hear that? He's sitting there telling y'all all
The-
of these,
yes.
this all of this food that
Yes.
he started when he was, would you say 9?
8 years
8
old.
years old, and
Yes.
it has turned into a empire.
Amazing.
If you say, you see that shirt he got on?
Amazing.
That I think it says "Taste of Chicago."
Yeah.
Now he's still
Taste Cafe and the Taste for the Homeless.
Taste Cafe and Taste for
Yes.
the Homeless. He's feeding people for free, and not
Quality food.
not exactly not no little stuff you get at Aldi's. This guy got a steak as big as my head, and when I seen it, I was like, oh my jeez, he's feeding steak, gyro,
The best
veggie burger, and
everything on the
quality.
planet has got to be quality.
It's clean. He and his wife, they a
Yes.
team. You know, it's a line.
Oh,
I mean,
Can't do it by myself, y'all.
She's serving with the what you call those
Yes.
things?
The
burners.
The burners.
She's got everything clean.
Everything have to be clean, fresh.
Yeah, I mean,
heaters under it. Food got to be hot.
You would think you at a restaurant, y'all.
And that's what it is.
And they smiling.
That's
and
what
you
it
can go
is.
to them 6 times, and guess what?
Yes.
They'll greet you with a smile.
Yes, we
and,
will.
and give you what you need. But on top of that, Mike got so much stuff that he do. That's just one of the things. He's a DJ. He makes full body mascots.
I'm a mascot maker by trade.
I don't think they
West
understand
Coast.
what I mean when I say mascot. I mean like a Chuck E. Cheese,
Like a Benny the Bull or something, or
body.
Yeah, I make mascots for a living.
Tell us about the
And,
Steve Harvey, because I didn't see that on Facebook.
So the Steve Harvey was strange how I did it, because I was at home. I was actually sleeping in the bed, and the Lord woke me up and told me to work on something for Steve. And I always wanted to meet him. I always wanted to meet the wife. And so the Lord brought on my heart to make Steve. Let me make Steve and see if I can get it to him. It's free. And so I knew I had to advertise. I had to get. So what I did was we got the mascot all perfect. And I sent the picture through, at the time, I think it was Twitter or somewhere. I can't remember. And this probably be now about 4 years ago.
Wow.
And I sent it through, and Lord behold, somebody instantly said, "Do not show it no more. We love this."
Wow.
You know, and
Wow.
that's what started, because years ago I had it's so many things that I did. I took a sock when I was, and this how you know God is in the midst of everything. I took a sock. Remember now, I'm feeding the kids. Right back then, we had milk crates, a lot of milk crates. So I'm feeding the kids, and I wanted to, as they was eating, I wanted to make them laugh. So I took a sock, and I used crayons, and I colored the sock to make it look like a puppet. So I'm making creative puppets, trying to make them laugh at the same time, feeding them food, and it worked.
Wow.
So it was in me all the time throughout the years. But I ended up meeting a guy, because I'm also a DJ that used to travel around the world and put out house music in different states and different countries. And I ended up meeting a guy there that he was a creator of mascots. Asian, like a Peru family. We became friends. And I asked him, would he teach me? And Lord behold, I'm in Miami. I'm on South Beach DJing with DJ Jazzy Jeff, and that's Hey, you gonna be up here how long? I'm gonna be up here in a week and a half. And within a week's and a half time, he took me through the basics. And I caught on instant. So I already knew that's what God wanted me to do. So on top of me doing what I do for the less fortunate, I became a mascot designer as well, which helped us fund what we was doing today.
I love it.
You know, it's amazing. And to go back to the project days, how I see my wife. So I used to see my wife all the time growing up, but her mom would not let me go near her. Cause you a bad boy.
Exactly, I was gonna say that.
You sold
showing
drugs.
Out, see?
You was gang banging.
See?
You're not getting my chocolate
I know
bunny.
That's right.
You're
Stay
not getting
away.
my chocolate bunny. So I knew I knew in my heart of heart one day I'll see her again. So all through growing up, I seen her. Hey Mike, I'm taking off running because I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I'm running. I got the jitters. I got the bubble guts. I'm telling my wife, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, she is so gorgeous.
Aww.
And I knew in my heart one day I'll see her again. So we went to school all the way up, high school, graduated, went our separate ways.
Aww.
And it took a alumni friend I bumped into. I was a DJ then, back on the radio. And I was going under DJ Wiz. I was this untouchable. So I'm in the laundromat washing clothes in Homewood. I'll never forget. He comes in. He's, whoa, Mike, where you been? He said, you still on the radio? I said, yeah. He said, we have an alumni picnic. You remember Pam? I said, the only Pam I remember, Lord God, is that chocolate pretty one with the long hair. Her hair is all the way down her back.
Oh,
still to this
I'm sure
day.
She over there smiling.
Still to this day, her hair is down her back. Gorgeous.
Oh.
Lord knows, when he gave us the switch of the numbers, I called her. I already knew instantly when I talked to her on the phone, she was my wife. I knew it the first time, instantly. But I was scared to tell her that.
The Bible says.
I was scared to tell her.
What the Bible say?
Oh Lord, you tell me.
The Bible says.
Yes, what he say.
That finds
a good thing.
Okay.
Is it a good thing?
I'll let you. You got it.
We're gonna get that. We're gonna add that in. A man that finds a good thing.
A wife.
He finds a wife. Finds a good thing.
There you go.
And I found. Look, Lord knows, equally yoked.
Wow, that's important.
I mean, know me, know what I eat, know what I like, what I don't like, what my everything, my careless. She know everything about me.
Y'all should have seen up in here 20 minutes ago, wiping the grease off his forehead.
Yeah, she was trying to mess all that, you know.
I got a picture, y'all.
Well, you know, you want to make sure you got the grease is just like it stands out on there.
She told him, get it off.
Yes.
Used her forearm.
But long story short, we ran she actually turned me down. Because when I finally got with her, because I skipped a little part, but when I finally got with her, she thought I grew. And when I got to her, oh my God, she literally looked at me like.
You mean as a person?
Yeah,
so
grew his height.
Oh, gotcha.
She thought I sprouted up to 6'9". My wife wanted a 6'9", a 6'7" guy.
That's funny.
I'm 5'4".
So she wants to stun you.
She looked at me like, I'm serious, y'all. She hurt my heart.
Oh.
I could tell something was wrong when I seen her. But she actually tried to run from me too. Like, oh no. Until God popped her right there.
And she been there since.
And told her, you was praying for a God-fearing man, a good man, or somebody that loved you for you and who you are, and you turning them away. She woke up.
Because you want them the way you want them.
She woke up, and I got that call. And Lord, it was just, and I didn't date her. I didn't touch her. We didn't do nothing. I knew she knew it. I knew it.
I can feel the love from sitting over here.
And it was unreal.
I can feel the love.
But in this world, I can tell you this much: it is love still out there. Don't give up. You just have to trust God and let Him make your moves.
I like that.
And when He make those moves, stop going to find somebody.
I like that.
and let God put it in your life.
He giving y'all a word now, y'all.
Because when he gives you that good thing, you're going to know it's from him. And I promise you, it's going to be unreal. Can I imagine myself without my wife? No, I cannot.
Oh,
and it's real. Like, I see a lot of my friends, a lot of people losing their wives. I wouldn't know what to do.
I'm about to cry.
You know, I don't know if I just couldn't live. Like, I wouldn't. Yeah, people say, no, you'll be fine. No, I would not.
Wow.
Because you know who God has for you. And when you know it, you can't live without that person. And that's my person. That's my babes. And with us together, with the knowledge she had growing up, because what's so crazy about it is she, and this gonna blow your mind away, she used to take us, being a young entrepreneur in the projects, she used to rent buses, school buses.
Okay.
Young. Taking us to the skate rink.
Wow. You see the connection?
Look, come on.
Do you guys see the connection?
Come on.
He forgot to tell y'all
Come
the other
on.
part.
Come on.
Mike got a school bus. And you know what? This ain't nothing but divine connection and confirmation. I just showed y'all my motorhome. And I just told you guys I'm trying to get it converted. I want to do this for the kids. I also told you guys that the love that we have for people is unspeakable.
Very.
Mike, I wish I had a picture of it. He converted a school bus into a walk-in shower, into a small cafe area with a toilet,
flat screen,
a lounge area,
sink,
with
everything in it.
Washer and dryer for the homeless.
Yes, you can go on there.
You can actually take a shower. And he was showing it the other day on Facebook, and I'm like, look at God. The very same thing that he did for the homeless is the very same thing that I'm trying to do for the youth.
Yes.
So, with that being said, Mike, what was your drive to want to help the homeless? Because I know you mentioned when you was in the projects, you seen the lack of, and so you wanted to cook for the people. So how did you get into wanting to do something to that magnitude for the homeless?
Well, that drive, like you said, it's been there. I just didn't know how to manifest that drive. So I had to pray and ask God. I had to keep praying like, Lord, and I knew it already.
Wow.
I just didn't know how to go forth until I let it go and let God step in to guide us and to guide me. Y'all. I knew that I will be serving God for the rest of my life. I knew it. I ran from it because, of course, I still think I need things to do on this earth.
Wow.
So I kept running from it. So I was doing all these different things that I thought I wanted to do and didn't realize what was supposed to be done. And when I finally realized it and I gave it to God and I prayed on it and I said, Lord, please, I promise you, if you give me a chance to change, I will, and I will go for it.
Wow.
And it's been 9 years for me and the wife, straight, 7 days a week, every day, feeding Chicago, feeding God's people, going state to state, feeding all over, setting up the cafe, got the shower bus and the food truck, the free food truck, everything you want to eat, you can eat, it's free.
As many times as you want to get in line.
And you can eat till you pass out somewhere. And when you pass out, you just go and get on the shower bus and relax.
Who doing that, y'all?
And watch TV.
Who doing that?
We got Hulu, Stars.
He and his wife was on the bus. I think she fell asleep while he was...
No, she actually figured out how... I got frustrated. So she figured out how to work that. My wife is another MacGyver. She's the lady MacGyver. And she won't give up until it's fixed.
I'm the same way.
My wife wouldn't budge. I was actually nodding off, and she got into the movie, and she stayed.
That's when I seen it.
And she was in the bus, just laid back.
She was.
It started raining. She
was relaxed, y'all.
I'm leaning over. She watching the whole movie, and I was like, hey, let's blow up the air mattress and watch the TV and relax.
I love it.
Because it was just that cozy.
I love it. Yes.
And if we could be cozy on it, what you think the less fortunate will have? None but the best.
Nice, y'all. He got
quality. We want them to have everything they can imagine on this bus.
He got big bins in there. What was it? Toothpaste.
Yeah, socks. We got everything you need on there.
I've never seen
my coffee area off the chain.
Yeah.
My coffee area is like, everything is there for them. Whatever you want from tea, whatever, it's there.
All this is free, so they can just walk up and take a shower.
I don't care. You can
See
just,
that?
and we handle all of it. We'll clean it after the shower. We'll make sure the toilet it actually flush. It does. Yes, I went on there and went live and show you how this thing flush.
Wash and dryer.
Yeah,
wash and dryer.
Throw your clothes right in there, and it is a such thing as air dry. So you can put them in there, put it in instant air dry. So this is where, because less fortunate like their clothes, they don't want to throw them away. Some are just throw them in the red bag, and we'll get rid of them. But we have new stuff where they can go into new clothes, new underwear, new everything. But the ones that's, no, I want to keep my clothes, okay, while you showering, throw them in there real quick. We're going to put it on a timer. I'm going to give you a house coat, robe, and everything. You on camera, so you can't say we did nothing to you. Smart, and you just go, oh, no, it's there.
Smart.
When you work for God, you work for
I like that.
You got security, you got everything.
I like
you
that.
want the camera there because anything can go wrong. They can say you touched, they feel, you did this. We do still have people out there
That's true.
That will do these things. So you must make sure you put, you see me, I'm live. Here go your house coat. Enjoy yourself, tie it up, sit right here on the sitting area, watch your movie. Matter of fact, you want to play PlayStation? Wow. We're gonna put you on the PlayStation and you go to work on that and enjoy yourself. But that's the Lord wants for his people the best. He's not gonna settle for less. I'm not settling for less. She's not settling for less. She's not selling for less.
Mike.
And I see the trailer. Where I came from, my trailer looked the same way. When God's gonna open up the door and he's gonna change all that right before your eyes because he know where you're going, he know where your heart is.
Thank you.
The only thing he wants you to do is not give up. Don't give up. Regardless of what whoever say, whoever's against you,
whoever walk away.
Thank you. And they're gonna walk away. We have many people wouldn't even listen to me. But one person we reached out to, and that was Chance the Rapper. I remember like yesterday. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm on Twitter. He told me to go in there and write him on Twitter. I wrote him in the inbox at 3 in the morning. The man instantly answered it. Out of 8.9 million people, he said exactly this. I've been watching your work. I love what you do. How can I get down with you? I'm thinking I'm trying to. He said, no. How can I help?
Get down with you.
Yes. And he gave me, he said, what's your number? I'm going to call you. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep no more now.
I'm sure.
I done went crazy. I'm yanking the wife, shaking her. I'm literally.
Wow. Come
8 o'clock in the morning, he ain't called right away. About 9 o'clock, I get a call. He said, hi, this Chancellor. I started cracking. I said, hold up, can you hold for a second? Put it on pause, and I shouted. I know you probably could hear me from the suburbs to downtown. I screamed, cried, everything.
Ow.
I wiped my face, unmuted that, and we've been connected ever since, which is Chance the Rapper and his organization, Social Work, Justin and Essence. We are family, more than just partners. We are family. We don't even talk about partnership. We just family.
Look at God.
And anything I need or what I have to go through, the hurdles or any paperwork or anything, they're there.
Did you bring my hat?
They there. Look, she wanted.
Did you bring my hat?
No, I forgot.
Okay. Every time I see him, you got the number 3 hat on.
So,
I want that.
I could talk forever because it's so much
to
let you guys know. But what we want to do is let you guys know that you can do this. And you can get out here and make a change. And if the Lord told you, stop what you're doing, feed the people, don't worry about how you're going to live because he already got it planned out.
I love it.
He's going to prepare you to live. Why would you serve him and you think he's going to leave you out there to suffer? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And I'm honored to be on the show because the world needs to know that there is a God. Now, I don't know what your faith is. And I'm not forcing faith on you, but I know what he did for me.
I love it.
And I seen miracles right before my eyes only he can do. And one thing I do know, God don't write a check that bounce. So I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, I caught it.
He's not going to hand you a check and it's going to bounce. And you don't have to pay him back. So when you get money from him, that's your money. If I go to her, she She want her $1,000 back fast. You told me you was giving me my money. I go to the Lord. I don't even have to worry about paying back. He's gonna multiply that. That's how the Lord works.
Well, Mike, I really appreciate you and your wife, for coming, taking time out of your busy schedule.
Anytime.
He's a busy guy, as you guys just heard, just a small bit of the stuff he do. I told your wife, I would love to have y'all on. She said, send me the message. Send me the info. I'm going to put it on his schedule. And they are here. And I thank God for her because she's definitely your light. I feel the love that you have for her just sitting next to you. So we thank God for her. I want to thank Can TV for giving us this platform. Thank my mother, my son for being, my number one supporters.
Yes.
And then, of course, last but not least, God, who's definitely the head of my life. So if there's anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I can shout out everybody. There's so many, but I just want the world to know that it's just the beginning. Yeah, we did a lot of things, but we're still out here doing more things. And look for me in the city near you. We are in our process of doing our fundraiser, which is coming up November the 20th. Also, we are getting ready to do some things with organizations like herself. When it comes to cooking, we don't charge.
They don't.
We don't charge a dime.
And he barely take a donation. I'm standing there, people want to be a blessing to him. He's like, no, this is free. No, we don't want nothing.
Right. And
so bless your heart, Mike.
Yeah, we don't. And we want to make sure that when we come to your event, that the people that attends your event get fed right. Not saying they won't, but when we come, we bring in number love, and we bring in number the best food in the world. And that's just what we stand for. And so I look forward to the Lord putting her in our life so we can work together and we can continue to make, I say, the Lord happy. And I see her ideas and I see everything, and I know it's going to manifest, and I know it's going to come to light because I see her work. She's awesome. She's awesome. She do some amazing things, and I've seen it. Now, if I didn't see it, I wouldn't be sitting up here talking to you. I wouldn't be saying you support her because there's so many organizations that's not doing right by what they're supposed to be doing.
That's true, Mike.
But I seen her work. I seen the love she has for the kids, and I just want her to know she have to continue.
I appreciate that.
Don't miss the blessing. Don't give up. And a lot of people are scared to step out on faith. So if you're working, it's going to come a time where the Lord going to say, step out. I stepped out 15 years ago. Never worked again for nobody but him. Bills completely paid. And now the wife has retired and she stepped out. So now we are 100%, even though we was before, because I was out there a majority of the times myself, but she would come out on the days she was off work. Even when she got off work, she would come on the weekend.
Just like a woman.
Yes.
Putting our all in. We believe in you, we're gonna give y'all all.
And that's crazy because the majority of the people that follow me and support me are women. It's crazy, but it's women. You know why? Because their hearts are there. You got to remember, the women is the one to give birth, right? And so the love.
That's true. That's it.
The love is there. So you already know when they give that love, it's pure.
That's true.
And so remember that. Don't give up. Never give up on the Lord. Never give up on your dreams. Follow your dreams and continue to trust in him.
On that note, thank you guys for having us. Till then.